People say, ever since I was a kid, I always knew I was a little different. It's like you act different, you feel different, you look at things around you and people around you, the people that determine the status quo, the way that things are, and you think, this isn't quite me. I'm a little different. And of course, you're different. Of course, it seems that way, at very least, because you are the person behind this body. You are like the identity, the soul, like the mind, and we wear this body as like, a way to express ourselves. And I'm not just saying, the body's just clothing or whatever, but it's like there's an awareness behind this body, and that's you. And you see other bodies and you don't have control over what they do, and there's really no telling whether or not other people are autonomous processes, just automatic, like task oriented, thing after thing after thing, or you don't know that there's like an awareness behind the actions or even behind the dialogue. And we would all say, there's something between the lines there with what they're saying. And that's to say, like, there is an awareness there that knows like what they're doing. And people will sometimes even claim that there is no such thing as free will. It's like that in this case doesn't really matter. I think there is, but it doesn't really matter. Like, you have an awareness behind your own eyes, and you don't have it, for anyone else. We have to learn that other people out there do have like this same type of awareness behind their eyes, like a sense of self, a sense of separation. And like, it's kind of besides the point to say, it's all one life. But there is a sense of like one's own identity, and only you can have that for yourself. You can't know it for other people. Of course, you feel different than everyone else. They are all people that, could very well be just running a script or a program. And I don't like to think about other people like that. Like, I don't like to think about other people could just be NPCs. I like to think that we all are a little different. We are all our own selves. And maybe the awareness is different, from person to person. We can never know. And maybe there are people out there, just automatons, NPCs, just running their scripts, running their programs, and maybe that's the sense of awakening, or like a spiritual rebirth, or maybe there is a sense of growth internally to realize like what one is, like the nature of the self, the nature of being. And it's not anyone's job to bring other people to those conclusions. It's pretentious to say that it's an evolved form of consciousness. You may have actually dug yourself into a deeper hole, by creating a framework upon which to live. It becomes harder and harder to see the view from, other people's frameworks, other people's ideas, and, to live with no framework whatsoever. I feel like most people become lost, or most people maybe fail to explore the deeper idiosyncrasies of being, spirituality. Like, by learning a system, you are able to grasp metaphysical concepts as if they are like real things, but you can't grasp them as if it's a real thing. It's more of an understanding, and every form of understanding, and I think this is what's called phenomenology, every form of understanding is a way of looking at the world. The world is a certain way. No one's, cultures, religions have tried to put their finger on what this world is. by creating philosophies, religions, like ways of being. And the more accurate that philosophy is, and the more, I guess, the better it's lived, the better the life, the more the rewards. To find the purpose of being human, to act it out, not just human, but your own build here, I feel like is the key to ultimate satisfaction, ultimate happiness. I guess that's it for today. It's been Wander and Wonder signing off.